Baseball. Padres back to 500, two straight wins in Atlanta, 14-8 on the road, and win number 200 in the career of Yu Darvish between the MPB and Major League Baseball. He is third all-time, most combined wins between Japan and Major League Baseball, behind just Hiroki Kuroda and Hideo Nomo. He can actually pass both at some point, potentially within the next month or so, with the way he's been pitching. So John and Jim with you here on the wrap-up show. Please subscribe. Padres win big in Atlanta 9-1. We've got year-round content for Padres fans. So please subscribe. Year-round content for you. Would love to get to 6,300 subscribers this week if possible. So please subscribe if you're here. Hit the like button for us. We'd love to get to 300-plus likes here tonight. You can follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We see some of the supers that have rolled in. Thank you. Great way to support our work. We'll get to every single super chat here tonight. Click the $ below the chat box. And thank you, members. We see some new memberships rolling in. You get custom emojis and badges and more. Just click that join button down below. What a difference a ballpark makes. The Padres have been awful. One of the worst teams in baseball at home at 10-16. One of the best teams, Jim, on the road. 14-8, 3 first-inning runs, more than enough for Yu Darvish, who has his scoreless inning streak to 25 consecutive innings. That is a career high.
He's allowed the same amount of runs that me and you have given up over the last 4 starts.
Good point.
Which is zero. Yeah. He's been fantastic. He's been exactly what they needed him to be this season up to this point. First couple starts, a little shaky and then going on the IL, but since coming back, he has been dominant. It's win day when Darvish is on the mound. And I have no idea how to explain how this team is just a completely different team on the road than they are at home. Zero explanation for it, but whatever they're doing on the road, keep doing it and see if they can bottle some of that up and start doing a little bit of that at home. And, then we're cooking here. Because if you are going to be one of the best road teams in baseball, and odds are you're going to be better at home, you at least hope. I mean, then you're looking at, okay, we got something cooking here. But until that happens, I have no idea how to explain this team. Zero. They look like one of the worst teams in baseball versus the Rockies. The embarrassing, odd press conference from Mike Schilt. And then Friday comes and it's like flip a switch. And then today it was batting practice out there against Elder for the Braves. I mean, It was everybody in that lineup looked good offensively.
Yeah, I mean, I stick by what we've been saying, which is like we've never gotten too high or low. I mean, sure, I said I'm all in, and I like this team, and right. The more I watch them, the more I like them, and the more I think about the possibility of Darvish, Cease, who throws game 1 of the doubleheader tomorrow. I mean, they got a lot of possibilities tomorrow. Yeah. Cease, Musgrove. We'll see about Musgrove, but Cease in game 1.
Very healthy bullpen
at 9 a.m. Yeah, exactly. And Atlanta's bullpen slightly taxed, based on the
rested bullpen.
Yeah, you got a rested bullpen. So I like their chances tomorrow to hopefully at least get a split of those two. Then you have a 3, you win 3 out of 4 in Atlanta. I mean, that's a massive win, obviously, and maybe you can even do better than that. But I like this team at 24-24. I mean, Darvish has the 4th best ERA in the National League, better than Dylan Cease. So that's how good Yu Darvish has been. He's got a 2.08. I think if the season ended today, the season doesn't end today, but I think he's one of these like Cease. He's like a top 5 caliber Cy Young candidate right now in the National League. And then this is like that get healthy day, like you said. Arise, 2 hits. Profar, I mean, unbelievable. 3 hits.
He's an all-star.
Machado, 2 hits. Toddy, had a big hit in this game early.
Howard.
Bogarts, big hit in this game. Merrill again. Campy, big hit in this game. Kimmy,
home
big
run.
Hit in this game. It's like, I mean, everyone gets involved. 14 hits. Atlanta had just 4. I mean, you're playing keep this in mind. Atlanta entered the series was 15-5 at home. They're playing in front of these huge crowds. This is one of the better teams supposedly in the National League. And the Padres have looked really good against some of the supposed best teams in the National League. LA Dodgers, Atlanta Braves, Chicago Cubs, to name a few. So I'm really encouraged, Jim. Again, 48 games does not make a season, but how many times have you heard me say this? How can you not be optimistic? I still feel like that. You look up, they're 24-24, but there's some things in here you have to like. I think some of the trends you have to like if you're a Padres fan.
I've always been optimistic, even through the shit show that was the Rocky series. we said the sky's not falling. I mean, it's just you hope that these trends don't continue. And again, credit to this team, right? They booed off the field on Wednesday afternoon. Mike Schilt, I stand by my take, is one of the most embarrassing press conferences that I can remember covering the Padres for the last decade. It's just flat out embarrassing. And they come out and they play really good baseball versus the Braves. I even said it Thursday. I'm like, dude, it's really weird because this team just plays good against good teams, and they're also a good road team. So I'm not going to be sitting here saying, oh, I would take a 3-4 road trip right now, because I mean, looking at what they've done this year on the road, combine that with what they've done against good teams, minus the Phillies, they should be better than 3-4 on this road trip. Just if the trends are going to stay the same. They suck at home. They're great on the road. They're good against good teams. They're shitty against bad teams. Like, okay, so now, going into this series, you kind of felt good, just even though they came off of that sweep by the Rockies, just because this team is just a completely different team on the road.
I mean, Jurickson Profar is hitting 335.
He's an all-star, Sean.
Every single time you think,
right
like, he can't keep doing this. Yeah, I mean, he's like the best. He's a starting outfielder.
It's not a joke either. Like, he is on the all-star team this year for the National League.
No, he's the starter.
The starter.
I think he's the starter in left field right now. I mean, he's hitting 335. I mean, the additions, I got to credit AJ Preller for the two primary additions of the offseason, which all came kind of in the season. Dylan Cease and Luis Arraez. I mean, Arraez has been a great table setter for this team, hit well over 300 as a Padre. He's over 300 for the year. And then Dylan Cease, and we'll see what it looks like again tomorrow. But, I mean, Dylan Cease is a big reason why this team is right now at 500. Now they've gone out and they keep adding depth. I mean, Preller's talked about, hey, what do good teams have? They have depth. And James, thank you for the super chat. I mean, this is to this point. I mean, what will David Peralta's role be on this team? I mean, my speculation would be, you've added outfield depth. He spent a lot of his career in the National League West. It's a guy that if you ever have an injury, provides you an ability to play, and not just play once every 6th or 7th day, but could flat out play if you need him. Now he's older, but I like the signing a lot. I think here's a guy that has done a lot in his career in the NL West. He's had a very good career, a damn good career. Now again, he's at the end of it, but can he help you win as a a depth piece or a bench piece? I think he helps more than hurts. That's for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. If he's out there, you might as well take a flyer, just like you took a flyer on Donovan Solano. And I think Donovan Solano is going to, and has already proven, that he is a very competent bench piece. He's always going to give you good at bats more often than not. And he's just a professional hitter. Do you
think he'll hit 462 this year, or do you think he'll hit under that? Because he's hitting 462 right now.
Maybe around 400. Maybe he could, if he qualifies, maybe around 400.
6 for 13 on 1,100 OPS in the early going for Solano. Maria, thank you for renewing your membership, I believe. James, thank you as well for renewing your membership. Again, if you guys want custom emojis and badges, the Schilty emoji and more, you can click that join button down below. And thank you guys for the super chats. We'll get through all of them. Great way to support the channel. Click the $ below the chat box. Again, the Padres win big 9-1 over Atlanta. Atlanta's only run coming in the 9th inning in a 9-0 game. I think they hadn't been shut out in something like 160 plus consecutive games. Spicy Mayo, thank you. He says, hey guys, is this a Jekyll and Hyde season? Only wake up versus good teams, even with big three not getting hot yet. Just need health consistency, ? Love what y'all do. I mean, I don't think it's really Jekyll Hyde as of yet. I mean, 24-24 to me isn't Jekyll Hyde. Yeah, it seems like they've played better baseball against good teams, but I mean, have they been horrific against bad teams other than the Rockies? It just feels like the outlier has been the Rockies. The outlier with the good team has been the Phillies. Yeah, what's the record against the Giants? 500?
500, but they only played them, 3-7? Oh, they played them 7 times, I think, right?
I don't know if they're 3-4 or 4-3. That's a good point.
I think they're 3-4.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think you're right. They were 2-2 maybe in a 4-game series and lost another series, but
I don't know.
Yeah, the point of, hey, do they not play well against? Do they play down to competition? You've heard that a zillion times with the San Diego Padres. Maybe that's true, but I'd kind of take it if the other side of the coin is they play up to competition because they've been good against good teams, which I think is encouraging.
And here's the thing, like, they're going to play more bad teams than good teams when you think
True.
about it. So that's also kind of a thing there. Next weekend, or not next weekend, this weekend, my wedding weekend,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be playing one of the best teams in baseball. They have the best bullpen in baseball. They have some of the best starting pitching in baseball. They have two of the hottest guys right now in baseball, and maybe three if you want to put Stanton in there. Judge, Stanton, and Soto.
But
So that's gonna be,
who cares,
and you're
right?
right, and you're at home, so it's like, okay, what are you gonna do? But
True, but I mean, that's like, what are you going to do? I mean, they're 5-3 against the Dodgers. They're 2-0 in Atlanta.
I know, so maybe they do play better against good teams. They're just inconsistent right now. I mean, as much as Mike Schilt wants to push back on that, they're just inconsistent. They play really good stretches of baseball, and then they play really bad stretches of baseball, and that's why they're 500 right now.
Oh, you know what? I misspoke because I said Musgrove is pitching game 2. It's Vasquez. Musgrove is pitching on Tuesday in game 1 in Cincinnati. And I'm glad Ishmael brought this up. Thank you for the super chat. He says, hey, guys, how do you explain that Randy Vasquez is starting tomorrow? Shouldn't we try to potentially sweep if possible? This has to do with slotting into a rotation, I believe. I'm trying to do the math on it because
Doubleheader.
I'm trying to do the math on it because they're playing like 12 games in 11 days because of the doubleheader, or 13 games in 12 days. And I think it has to do more with slotting. I read on it earlier from Kevin. So Ishmael, don't quote me on it. And I could be off here. I think it has to do solely with slotting. And what I mean by that is this just works for 5 days from now better than the alternative for the Padres. I think the expectation is Vasquez after the start gets sent down because then you're putting Musgrove back on. So I think this has more to do with slotting than anything else.
And also, too, it's like, if you threw Cease, which was already scheduled as his start day, if you had Cease and Musgrove pitch tomorrow, you're going to have Randy pitch one of these games here because everything is condensed with the doubleheader being tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Because you couldn't pitch
100%.
Waldron on Tuesday because Tuesday's not his day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, Wednesday's his day.
Yeah, this actually makes perfect sense, Jim, because by pitching Dylan Cease on a Monday, he can now pitch 5 days later. By pitching Joe Musgrove on a Tuesday, he can pitch 5 days later. If you put Cease and Musgrove on the same day, someone has to move a day.
Yeah.
This is already extra.
And this is already Cease's regular rest, like his regular day. So he was already expected to throw on Monday no matter what.
Well, wait. So who was supposed to?
Musgrove was
supposed to was going to be Musgrove Sunday, but you can't move Musgrove. You can't move Darvish for Musgrove because Darvish is like the best pitcher in baseball right now.
Right. Darvish was supposed to pitch Saturday. Musgrove was supposed to pitch yesterday, and then Cease was supposed to pitch tomorrow. So everything got moved back, and they kind of need to have like one slot that's just open, so everything stays on regular rest.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. So that's to explain it. And also, yeah, I mean, again, you started the series really well. You have Cease. You got a really good chance to win 3 out of 4. You have an opportunity to maybe even do better than that. So you can't complain about it. I mean, rain is rain, and you're playing 2 games in one day, 18 innings, and that's taxing on whomever is playing 18 innings in one day.
It would be disappointing, though, tomorrow if, you end up losing 2. And it's like,
well, 100%.
You are in a position to feel really good after this series. Taking 3 of 4, I would take it right now. I would love to be greedy, and I'd love to sweep, see a sweep here, but like, just win a game tomorrow. Win the first game, secure a 3 out of 4, no matter what. See what happens in game 2 because you're facing Chris Sale, a tough lefty, and we know how this team plays against tough lefties, even though they did very well versus Max Fried on Friday. Yeah,
I'll take my chances with getting that split. To your point, I mean, you definitely take one on the road, and whomever's starting. Ronaldo Lopez has been unbelievable this year for Atlanta, but so is Dylan Cease for San Diego. And it's a weird schedule. I don't like the split doubleheader getaway day.
I hate doubleheaders, dude.
But split doubleheaders.
I know. And on a getaway day. Dude.
That's exactly. So I don't like that. And because of that, I hope the Padres are pissed about that and they play really well. Harv, thank you for the super chat from the UK. Appreciate you, man. He says Nando's stats over the past 15 are low-key nice. I agree with you. Just need his slug back over 500, and we're back. Him hitting ball extremely hard has to pay off eventually. Yeah, his numbers aren't near as quote-unquote bad as they've somehow or sometimes been painted. And I know we've had this conversation recently, maybe even had it on Friday night. But like today, I know he's only 1 for 5. But, he's in the 780s with his OPS. Had a couple of RBIs today. Like, I don't think it's it's one of those circumstances where we've seen him be so good, and we know he's capable of a lot more, but he has certainly been better than an average hitter in the major leagues this year. They just need him to do more, hopefully moving forward, because we've seen him do more, obviously, in his career.
See, I have a different mindset on that. I look at the 780 OPS and say that's not good enough. Because
well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he needs to do more, but I mean, it's not good enough. But when you compare it to like a Manny and a Xander,
but I'm comparing it against a Tatis. That's over 100 points lower than his career average OPS.
Well, your boy Toddy and Bogey are both 200 points below, right?
Okay, but I'm not comparing Toddy to Bogey and Manny. I'm comparing Tatis to Tatis. And if this guy, is ever going to be the same player again, you're going to need to see his OPS in the high 800s.
Fair. Agreed. But I guess I'd start my criticism Bogarts / Machado, and then down the road.
Oh, yeah. If you want to talk about the big three and you put in an order of most disappointing to least disappointing, even though least disappointing is still disappointing. Yeah, it goes Bogarts, Manny. And I mean, honestly, like if you want to flip them, I wouldn't argue with you. If you want to say Manny, Bogey, or Bogey, Manny, fine. It's fine. But yeah, Tatis is definitely the least disappointing of the big three. But I still consider it, just me personally, to be still disappointing because you're over 100 points lower of your career OPS. And I expect more.
Fair. But let me just paint it with this brush. Fair. He should have an over 800 OPS this year. Otherwise, it will be underperforming. I completely agree with that. And he's capable of a 900 OPS. I don't know if that's going to happen this year or not. But like when you paint it with the brush of like Kim's under 700, I get it. He's not making 30 million. Or, Campy's at 730. Merrill's been great. He's at 730. Like Arise, I know he doesn't hit for power. He's at 728. I'm saying 781. Like, I don't know what it is, freaking WRC plus, but it's probably solid. Like,
it might be solid. I'm just like, that's like a little above average player.
Nah, 130 OPS plus coming into the day. 30% better than major league average is pretty. I'm with you.
A little above.
No, that's not a little. That's a lot.
I expect him to be in like the 160 WRC plus range. Like that's a great season, but like that, those are the expectations that he has set for himself by how he started his career.
True, but just hear me out real quick. 130 OPS plus for Toddy. Manny is a 79.
Yeah, it's god awful.
Okay, so 21% below league average. That's horrific. And then Bogart's got to be in the 60s is my assumption. Let me just check.
He's in low high 60s, low 70s.
72. He's 28% below league average, and he's even worse than that. So it puts things in perspective. Yes, comparing Toddy to Toddy, he's not Toddy. It's like if you were watching a race of like Usain Bolt, and he's now running like a 12-second 100-meter. I don't know what's a good 100-meter. If you're comparing Bolt. If you're comparing Bolt to his world record Bolt, and then you see him not on the world record pace, yeah. If you're comparing Bolt to Bolt,
ran a 12-second 100-meter dash, it'd be like
be walking.
Yeah,
I know.
I think his record is like almost sub 9. I think it's like 9 point something. It's crazy.
Hold on, meter record. It's not sub 9.58. That's freaking crazy.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I feel like I run it in like 9.7.
9.58, dude. You probably run a 100-meter dash in like 20 seconds.
No, I don't. I run it like 21.
You blow your hamstring.
Probably. Andrew, thank you for the super chat. He says, give it up for Xander Schauffele. Yeah, I watched this entire thing, dude. All 18 holes. Kind of like a San Diego title. It really was an amazing round of golf because he was
the first San Diego title ever.
Everywhere. It's the first title. He played an amazing round of golf. His 17th and 18th holes, Jim, his second shot on 18, where he was like positioned in the bunker and he had to like weave this thing 200-something yards is unbelievable. And then his up and down on 18 was ridiculous.
Dude, I'm topping that thing so hard. Dude,
you're not even freaking doing anything on that thing.
I mean, first off, his feet are below the ball. He's in the bunker. Below. So he doesn't have no footing. And he's got to choke up. And he knows the situation here. It's like, okay, I win this thing. I'm going and getting it because I don't want to go up in a playoff against DeChambeau right now because he's playing great. So I'm not even going to put that pressure on myself.
And he hits the ball like 500 yards, that dude.
Hits a perfect, just kind of like little low shot up into the hole. sets him up perfectly for a little up and down. And that putt, John, dude, first off,
how about the way it freaking rimmed like around and in?
First off, he hit it way too hard. Like I had some of my golfing buddies who one of them's a pro. He's like, oh my God, Xander crushed that ball. Like
what if it didn't go in? That thing would have spun out like 7 feet.
That's why it's like usually. I mean, if he hit it how he was supposed to hit it, and he made the putt, so who cares? But like he hit it way harder than I bet he wanted to, and that's why it lipped. But if he hit it like a fraction of a whatever harder, that thing lips out because it was.
I think softer. I think it would have. I think softer. It would have stayed left because I think without the pacing, if thing was moving left quick, less pacing, another fraction of a millimeter left, that thing's out.
I mean, that.
Well, did you hear him post round? No. He's like, I looked at it. I thought left to right. I looked at it again. I thought right to left. And I decided I'm just gonna go middle. Because my eyes were playing tricks.
That thing was going left, dude.
And
that thing was going right left.
I played it middle, but it went left.
It went left, and it caught every part of that cup, man. Every part of that lip. It was just like, holy shit, dude.
Dude, it was an amazing. I mean, he shot a 6 under. Now I get it. Everyone tore up this course, but like with all this pressure on, in the final group on a Sunday, having never won a major, and to win it the way he did it on 17 and 18. I mean, he played an incredible
wire to wire. And also,
lowest score ever?
Lowest score ever for a PGA champion?
No, major.
Oh, major champion? Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, Tiger never did that. I think Tiger did like what? 16, 17 at the Masters one year? And he fucking blew it around the water?
There was one or two others at 20 maybe, but I mean, 21. He said it had to do with the conditions, right? It rained for like 10 days beforehand. Everything was soft, and it created these opportunities.
Yeah, when you see everyone in the top 10.
I mean, right. How many golfers were 15 under par? 8, 10?
Morikawa had a horrible day. Finished 15 under par totally for the total tournament. You're like, what?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yes, PJ.
Let's continue on the love for San Diego. JD Gaucho, thank you. He says, shout out to Point Loma Nazarene hosting a super regional this weekend against Cal State Monterey Bay, 2 wins away from the Division II College World Series. Yeah, they got a premier baseball program right here in San Diego. Appreciate that, JD Gaucho. Let's run through some additional supers. Guys, if you're here, subscribe. We're trying to get to 6,300 subscribers. We need your help. We need 300 likes tonight. We need your help. Please smash the like button for us. Please find us on X at John Schaefer at Jim Russell SD. And thank you for the supers. Great way to support the channel. Make sure we get your comment tonight as the Padres win big. They're back to 500. Audrey chiming in with Tony Gwynn still 56 bases in a season. Dude, this guy was unbelievable, obviously. Because he had it is interesting when you look at the trajectory of Tony Gwynn's career, like how he was a speed guy at one point, like how he was always able to get on base in a myriad of ways. But the amazing thing is, even as he changed as a hitter, his bat to ball, contact, hand eye never changed. Like he was just as good of a hitter in year 16 as he was in year 2, which is crazy to think about with a major league player.
Yeah, imagine if he in his prime was in today's game. And now people are like, what about Luis Arraez? Like, I like Luis Arraez a lot. I love the trade for Luis Arraez.
Mm-hmm.
He's not close to Tony. I'm sorry. He's not Tony. Do it for another 10 years.
It's just too hard to compare different generations and all that, in my opinion.
Maybe his bat, to ball, eye coordinate.
Yep.
It's definitely up there as one of the best in baseball for sure. Arraez needs to do it for another 8 to 10 years consistently, hitting 324.
Yep.
Average to be in the same, even
338 career.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, again,
I love Arraez though. Different. I think Arraez is, again, going back to the what happened last Wednesday. He never should get just this off day for matchups. If it's an off day because he needs rest,
play every day.
If it's an off day for rest, okay, but it can never be about a matchup because he needs to be in there versus lefties and righties no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, I would even say if he somehow hits 320 for his career in this era with the high velocity craziness and the freaking setup guys left, everyone is a specialty guy in a bullpen. That wasn't happening in 1988. No. Not everyone throwing with max velocity like that. Like if he could somehow and I don't know if he can hit 320 for his career, but if he does, I mean, today's 320 is yesterday's 330, and that's putting it lightly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me get back to these comments here in a moment, but Do want to thank our title sponsor here on the wrap-up show. Guys, if you're here, please subscribe. You're on content for Padres fans. If you're here, please support our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. We can't do it without you, whether you're here live or on replay, and without Mark Nimitz, who's been with us for 3 years on the wrap-up show, an amazing insurance agent. Trust me, I've got life insurance, homeowners insurance, earthquake insurance through Mark at Farmers. You can click that $sign. No, click the $sign. I'm losing my mind. You can click the link in the description down below. If you have any insurance needs, he can save you $750 or more. He does more than what I just told you. He does auto. He does condo. He does renters. He does any type of insurance need that you could possibly envision, and he can save you $750 or more. And if you call him, he'll give you a free quote. If you get a quote online, you're looking at his website, you get free quotes online as well. So if you support our channel, if you have a renewal, before you renew, call Mark Nimitz. I had to file a claim a couple of years ago, and he saved us so much time and money. He is a great, great insurance agent. So if you're a Padre fan, he's a San Diegan. He's a lifelong Padres fan. So click the link in the description down below if you have any insurance needs.
Yeah, all his information is in the ticker, mnimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to our buddy Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
Appreciate you, Mark. All right, let's get back to these supers that are rolling in as the Padres win big over Atlanta on Sunday night in Game 2 of this 4-game series. David says the band from the wedding singer for your wedding, Jim. Is that now? You do have a band, right? As opposed to a DJ, or is it a DJ?
No, I have a DJ.
You do?
Yeah. You want to know the name of our DJ?
Is it? Hold on, DMX.
No, close. His name is George Washington.
Oh, like the president.
Yeah. So I have the president.
No, his name's not George Washington. His actual name.
Yeah. I think it's
Does he look like him?
Look, it might be a DJ name. It might be a DJ name. But
hold on, now I'm Googling George Washington DJ.
That's the name of our DJ. DJ George Washington.
George Washington.
He's seriously, right? You looked it up?
Yeah, I see DJ George Washington. He's on SoundCloud.
Yeah. Super nice dude. He's gonna be really good.
Now, did you consider band, or were there 10,000 reasons not to have a band? And there's 10,000 reasons being $10,000.
Well, yeah, the 10,000 reasons no band is because it's $10,000, and we just want basically like our Spotify playlist playing at the wedding.
Yeah, I'm with you. We did DJ. I feel like band is like unnecessary luxury.
It's for like the elite. I feel like it's for like the luxury elitist. Like you get
not everyone,
not everybody, but I mean, a band would be cool, but not for like dancing. Like I don't know.
Did you play any instruments when you were a kid?
I did.
What'd you play? Oh, you played like clarinet or something.
No, I played the trumpet.
You play trumpet. I play drums. Why don't we'll be the house band. You play trumpet and I'll play drums.
I like that idea.
Then Aaron can dance with other people. That sounds great.
Yeah, let's just like not be together for the wedding. That'd be awesome.
I like it.
Me too.
All right, Howard, thank you for the super chat. It says, hey guys, I just want to say I love the stream after a long day at work. How do you guys feel about the Giants kind of sneaking to 500? We appreciate you saying that, Howard, because we like doing the stream for people after long days of work. Let's look at these divisional standings, if we may. Padres are 7.5 games back because the Dodgers are 32-17. The Giants have won 4 straight. They're 1 game behind the Padres. Arizona is 22-25. They're a game and a half behind the Padres. And your Rockies have fallen back to earth against the Giants. They're 15-31.
Well, that's what happens when teams take care of the lesser teams in baseball, which the Padres could not do. Imagine if the Padres just like fucking took care of business and taken 2 or 3. It's easier said than done, or at least taking just 1 game from the Rockies.
Yep.
And then you win the first 2 in here in Atlanta. I mean, it's a completely different story. Giants, they're taking care of the Rockies. And I don't think the Giants are that great of a team, to be honest with you. I think they're kind of overrated. Like they have so many injuries. I just don't see it with them at all. They're a team that's going to be around 500 probably at the end of the season.
Probably.
I don't envision them making the postseason or being a threat at all. But they'll be kind of tough. They'll be kind of especially if they have Webb and Snell and Hicks healthy, like those. That's not going to be fun to face. But
yeah, Hicks has been great.
I mean, That's what happens when you take care of business versus the shitty teams. You know, you get the reward of getting win streaks and maintaining win streaks and capitalizing on playing good baseball versus good teams, which the Padres couldn't do.
100%. Richard, appreciate you, man. He says he watches a lot of NL West baseball. One thing sticks out: when playing quality teams, their intensity level goes up, especially against LA. Talking about the Padres, I mean, the proof's in the pudding. They are 5-3 against the Dodgers. It's super impressive when you talk about an LA team that's 32-17. And like you said, I think other than the Phillies, the Padres have played good teams well. Will that continue? Will they continue to play the Dodgers well? I mean, there's only 5 games left against the Dodgers. They don't even have to play them that well, truthfully, to win the season series. But I think it's encouraging that they've played good teams well. Now, is it discouraging that they've played some bad teams poorly? Yeah, it is. But I think, and I stick by this, what I said on Friday, I'd rather play really well on the road than really well at home. Why? Because I think eventually you'll return to form at home. I think it's much more likely you start getting good at home than you start getting good on the road. Like, I think it's hard to start getting good on the road. They're just good on the road. I think it's a lot easier to get going at home. That's what a year ago, they were 5, 6, 7 games over 500 at home somehow by the end of the year.
Because, like, envision if they were 14-8 at home and
10-16 on the road.
10-16 on the road, still 500, right?
Yep.
Everything's flipped. They play like shit on the road, but they play really good at home. Okay, we all are sitting here not really envisioning them making a run for the division, correct?
Right. So you're going to play on the road, you're saying, in the postseason. You're going to say, well, they're going to lose.
Yeah. You get to the postseason probably as a 5th or 6th seed, 5th seed at best. Okay.
Yep.
You're going to be on the road to start the playoffs, and then you're going to be on the road if you happen to make it to the divisional round. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm kind of okay with them being a way better road team at this point. If that can carry, it's going to dip off a little bit maybe at some point, but I mean, they already have, I feel like, a lot more confidence on the road than they do at home. And especially if you're a team fighting for the final wild card spots, like, that benefits you in a way.
I mean, I know it's so early. I think 1/3 of a season is 54 games. So they're 6 games away from 1/3 of the season. And they're 5 games behind Atlanta for the top wild card, which is a lot of games, even with winning the first 2 games against Atlanta.
Yeah.
Now, could you start thinking about it if you win 2 games tomorrow? Sure. I have no problem with that. If you somehow win 2,
oh my God.
I mean, if you win 2 games tomorrow, you'd be 3 games behind them.
I know.
And you'd be potentially like a half game or a game behind the Chicago Cubs. So obviously it's very tight. It's only been 48 games. I'm talking about teams behind the Padres, but nothing has been determined, I guess, to this point in terms of where they may finish in the National League.
Isn't it weird? The Braves have 26 wins. The Padres have 24. Yet the Braves are 8 games over 500 and the Padres are 500.
Braves are actually 10 games over 500.
Oh, shit. You're right.
The Braves have played 6 fewer games than the Padres. 6.
Wow.
That's a ton. 6.
That's a lot.
William, appreciate you, man. He has
Welcome,
become
William,
a member of the channel. Guys, if you become a member like William just did, you can get some emojis, custom emojis. I'm talking about Shilty and Bogey and things like that and others. So if you want to become a member.
Toddy.
Yeah. So become a member. Get those emojis. All right, we'll get back to the chat in a moment. We appreciate your super chats. Please subscribe. Trying to get to 6,300 subscribers with your help.
Ooh, we just hit over 400 people in the chat. Everybody, right now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed. Like John said, become a member, get special perks. But 400 plus people in the chat right now. Let's get this thing to at least minimum 300 plus likes on tonight's show.
I love that. Also, we want to remind you about our brand new partner in the wrap-up show. They've been with us for maybe a week or 10 days, a local San Diego startup, FinLe. Their offices are incredible. They overlook inside Petco Park. Here's how you explain FinLe. It gives fans the opportunity to participate in the future earnings of real athletes. So let me explain, okay? San Diego startup, huge Padres fan, San Diego through and through. And here's the deal. You could acquire a stake in the potential success of real athletes. I'll give you an example of an athlete. I'm not saying that the athlete they have right now, Shedri Vargas, is Fernando Tatis Jr.,
Could
but
be.
Fernando Tatis Jr. did this exact same thing with a company called Big League Advance, where he gave up future earnings for guaranteed revenue or money while he was in the minor leagues. Imagine if you could have invested in Fernando Tatis Jr. FinLe's first athlete is the Rangers' number 11 prospect in their organization, Shedri Vargas, who's only 19 years of age. He's a rising prospect, and you have an opportunity by clicking the link in the description down below to get paid a piece of his future major league earnings. He was the former top prospect in the Arizona Complex League, one of the top prospects in the Rangers organization, signed for just a few $1,000s, and they're raising capital that will allow him to focus on baseball year-round. I show you on the screen right now that you can invest as little as $96 in Vargas, and then assuming, or should he make the major leagues, you have a chance to be paid out in dividends. And depending on what type of career he has, is then dependent on how much money you could potentially earn in dividends. But you can invest as little as $96. And then you could see what it would mean if you invested something like $500. I mean, depending on, the type of player that he potentially becomes is how much you could earn in dividends. And you could earn, depending on your investment, from hundreds to thousands to even tens of thousands of dollars should a Shedri Vargas, quote unquote, make it. So a really cool company, Jim, based in San Diego. And if you're looking for more information, click that link in the description down below.
Yeah, Keith Law is very high on a Shedri, and Mark Grant is an advisor of FinLe as well, local San Diego business. Their offices are right outside looking at Petco Park. So welcome aboard, FinLe, and go check them out. The link to their website is in the description below.
All right, back to the chat. So again, the Padres win 9-1. You may note that, is it the second consecutive game that Machado batted fifth, or was it the third consecutive game?
Second.
It was the second consecutive game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they didn't play Saturday. So second consecutive game, Machado bats fifth. He had 2 hits today. He's still hitting, below 225, but a couple of hits today. Bogey batting sixth. Did have a hit and an RBI here today. I mean, overall, you had homers from, Cronenworth. How about Cronenworth's year? Lord. We're not talking near about it. He's got an 829 OPS. Campy homers tonight. Kimmy really needed one and got one, part of a 2-hit game. So a team that, you'd think the power would come from like Toddy, Manny. I'm not necessarily thinking coming into the year Croney, Campy are carrying some of the power for you. But, Cronenworth with his 829 OPS is about as good as anyone on this team not named Jurickson Profar.
So the dirty little secret about Jake Cronenworth, want to guess what it is?
Oh, man, the dirty little secret about Cronenworth is that he's having a resurgence.
No. The dirty little secret about Jake Cronenworth is he is probably one of the worst hitters versus left-handed pitching this year in all of baseball. And he's also one of the better hitting players against right-handed pitching in all of baseball. His splits, John, are
crazy. Yeah, well, that doesn't shock me. He has sat a couple times against lefties.
I mean, just listen to these numbers, okay?
Okay.
He this year, John, is hitting 182 versus left-handed pitching with a 455 OPS. Versus right-handed pitching, he's hitting 307 with almost a 600 slug and a 958 OPS. Have you seen, when's the last time you saw somebody with that wide of a gap in like splits for OPS?
That's super wide. It's not crazy it's kind of crazy.
It's almost 500 points.
Yeah. Well, and he hasn't homered against left-handed pitching. But, okay, so he's had 44 ABs against lefties. He's had 127 ABs against righties coming into today.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got 3/4 the sample size against right-handed pitching. So basically what I mean, he's 8 for 44 against lefties.
Right.
So, he's done nothing, to your point. No power. 8 hits, 7 of them have been singles.
Yeah.
Well, that's why when people say, why is Cronenworth sitting, or why is a guy not playing against a left-handed pitcher? Because they have information.
Yeah, I don't think you go platoon with him, obviously, but it's interesting to think about. if you wanted to get like a Donovan Solano in the lineup, right? Who if it's like it's a weird split overall, but if you look at Jake's year as a whole, without looking at his splits, him, Profar, Merrill, and Campusano have all been, and we've said this multiple times, like those four guys are the reason why they are where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it is 500, which is not great, but without those guys, without just one of those guys, like Campusano is hitting a respectable 264. He had a home run today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not asking him to be a 330 hitter because, usually catchers, like there's only a rare few in baseball, catching wise, that will be that power 310, 900 plus OPS guys. You can count on one hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for it being his first true full season in the big leagues, you tell me right now he finishes the year hitting 264, taking a heartbeat, taking in a freaking heartbeat.
I agree.
Jackson Merrill, I don't care about his OPS 730, but he's in 291 on the season. That is just for a 21-year-old. And then we all know Profar and Jake are just right now. There's no really words to describe what they're doing because they're simply amazing.
Profar, man. If this somehow continues, and this is a long time. 48 games is a long time. It's not a season, but if he does this for half season, like, man, I'd feel pretty good about his chances to just keep doing it. But he's just been incredible, just incredible. So many 3-hit games, so many multi-hit games. He's truly been incredible. You're right. Without these players, they're nowhere near 500. And then, of course, it's just interesting. Like pitching wise, is like Cease and Darvish are getting you there, and then hitting wise, again, how about another 4-run inning? All these crooked numbers. Even if they're threes, by Padres standards, a 3-run inning is a big inning. 3 in the first, 4 in the fourth. Just big inning after big inning for the Padres. So, and then again, you kind of look to tomorrow and you see Dylan Cease pitching game 1, and you kind of like your chances. Like if I'm Schulte heading into tomorrow and I got Dylan Cease pitching game 1, this random noon game, who knows who's going to be there? Who's at this noon game tomorrow? I don't know.
9:20 start here in San Diego.
Yeah, who's the hell's at these games? I know Atlanta's got a new ballpark, and I know they're a good team. I don't think it's going to be sellout after sellout. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong.
By the way, great schedule for our show this week, Padres. Good job.
Yeah, there's a lot of day games. There's a lot of like 3 o'clock games.
Jesus.
It's not like you're going to be leaving anyway in the middle of the week to go like play golf.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I am. Good luck.
Dude.
How much do you hate me?
After this week, you owe me big time. Why? Because I'm basically doing more than you are for the wedding. Dude, so I'm basically I'm the wedding, plus I'm doing all the shows, plus I'm doing wrap-up shows.
Hold on. This is you paying me back for that week that you went to Philadelphia.
Okay, fair. But the week I went
to Philadelphia,
still working
2 days this week.
Damn wedding.
Oh, by the way, you need to bring your officiate book on Friday to the walkthrough and have it ready to go. They said.
What do you mean ready? What ready to go? Oh, the speech or whatever?
Like the stuff you need to bring your book that we gave you to the walkthrough.
I have the book, but you're saying I have to have the speech ready to go?
Yeah.
What time's that walkthrough on Friday?
10:30 a.m.
I literally hate you because think about this. Hear me out, everyone. Jim has a walkthrough in Oceanside at 10:30 on Friday. I then have to go, which I have to be prepared to give the greatest speech in American history. Then I got to go drive down to freaking the Naughty Barrel downtown. Oh, I don't know, about an hour from Oceanside. Longer. I have to then do a 3-hour radio show without Jim. Oh, after the show, which I may have to leave 30 minutes early, even though Jim's not on the show. So how could I even leave the show early? Am I going to tape the show before the Yankees are here? Hopefully not. I'm then going to drive back to Oceanside for the rehearsal dinner. Oh, by the way, it's Friday afternoon, and it takes about 7 hours to get from downtown San Diego to Oceanside.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
This is a stressful week.
I got you a good gift, bro.
It better be amazing.
I got you.
Xander Schauffele is hanging out Friday for the show. That's the gift.
I got you a nice groomsman gift.
I can't believe you're going to be married. Thank the Lord you're going to be married in a week.
Wild, dude. Yeah, good luck with dude.
Lord.
I don't. You gotta talk to Mary this week, dude.
What are you talking about?
For Friday.
Because I need help? I know. I already emailed her. Okay. Who wants Coach Friday on John and Jim?
Yeah, who wants Coach?
Guys, you got to be playing Underdog Fantasy with us. Click that QR code or scan the QR code on the screen over Jim's head right now. You can get that 50% deposit match up to $250 in bonus cash, plus a free special pick by using promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. Again, scan that QR code or click the link in the description down below. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Get a 50% deposit match up to $250 plus a free special pick. Let's make a play for tomorrow's game 1, Jim.
Hold on. Back up here. I am thoroughly disappointed in your Underdog Fantasy plays this week, John.
I went 2 for freaking 2 today. 2
and
wins.
You know how much money you won? Like $50. This guy is the safest better.
Let me find him.
I've ever met in my life. He is like the epitome. He's like the opposite of go big or go home. It's like go small and buy a candy bar. I mean, can we please do something worthwhile here, John?
Well, here's the thing. Have you ever played golf?
Yes, John. I play golf a lot.
You just got to go from hole to hole. You're not trying to get a hole in one every single hole. You're just trying to get like par, maybe a birdie here and there. And that's how you have a good round.
In like 2 years.
So here's what I want. I won 37.95 on Jalen Brunson, higher than a half point. Boom. Nikola Jokic, higher than 24.5 points. He had 28. And Tyrese Halliburton, higher than 14.5. He had 15 in the first quarter and finished at 21.
And they did you only $37?
Yeah, it was called Bing Bong. 37.95. He's had the free pick with Brunson.
Okay, so you only
then I went 2 for 2 on Darvish, higher than 5.5 strikeouts. And Bryce Elder lower than 3.5 strikeouts. He had 3. That got hairy. No, he was lower than 4.5 strikeouts. That paid me $21.40. So my combined winnings there are $59. Hey, where's your $59? $59 is going to buy me 2 new hats.
It'll pay for your gas money to Oceanside.
I love this. 5 for 5 picks, or it ain't real.
Exactly.
Listen, you could win 10 grand.
I know.
Listen, if you want to win 10 grand, you can win 10 grand. If you want to win $50, you can win $50. That's the beauty of Underdog Fantasy.
It is the beauty of Underdog Fantasy. But I just love how like all of my plays are for like $300, $400 like winnings, and all of your plays are for like $40.
Yeah, like here's my play for tomorrow. Boom. I got Lopez allowing more than 5 hits because the Padres offense is amazing. And I got Cease allowing fewer than 4.5 hits. Boom. $10 plays 30.
Soft.
Use promo code PODSWRAP. Get that 50% deposit match up to $250 plus the free special pick. I took advantage of that free special pick with Jalen Brunson, who broke his hand, and I won $30.
Congratulations.
And by the way, Knicks, we'll see you again. Never. Jason, thank you for the super chat. Kristen loves the Pacers. She grew up in Indiana. She loves the Sonics and the Pacers. She was born in Seattle and grew up in Indiana, and she's like through the moon over this Pacers result. I was watching Xander, but she was excited.
That's great.
Jason, thank you. He says, wanted to thank you both for spending time doing the show, talking Padres baseball. Best baseball show on the tube.
Oh, thank you.
That is saying something. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Can we get some likes for that? Can you smash the like button for that?
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Now. Clap emojis.
I'm like Nicole Kidman.
So wait, okay. Now that we're talking about when's your last wrap-up show for the week?
Tomorrow.
You're not doing Tuesday?
Tuesday, I'm driving to Oceanside, so no.
You're driving all night? Are you gonna spend the night there?
Here's what's happening, John. My mom and my aunt, and they're getting into town on Tuesday night. Mm-hmm. We're packing up all of our wedding stuff.
You're gonna stay in Oceanside all those nights?
Yeah, we're staying at her parents' Airbnb until Thursday. We're staying Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then we're staying at the nice hotel on Friday night, Saturday night, nice Sunday hotel. Night. I know. So yeah, tomorrow is my last wrap-up show of the week.
Are you doing the radio show on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Lord help me.
I'll be there Monday, Tuesday. You're welcome. I could have taken the whole week off, but I didn't. I'm saving that for when I go to Switzerland.
I was gonna say you. Jesus.
God, you're gonna hate me, dude. Oh my God, you're gonna.
You better get me some freaking like Swiss Swatch watch or something.
You're gonna.
I don't want to swatch.
You're gonna hate me.
I already hate you, and this thing hasn't even started yet.
I know.
I haven't done anything with this speech. I mean, we have the script, but now I got to put it in this officiant book.
I wrote my vows. I'm done with my vows. That's gonna be just.
When am I supposed to pick up this freaking tux? Are they gonna? Hey, don't be scared to text me. Like, hey, the tux is ready.
Well, here's the thing. Like, they're supposed to.
I spent $200 on this thing. They can't send me a text.
Hold on. They're going to send you a text when your tux is ready. By the way, you're gonna need to get like a new shirt for the tuxedo. By the way,
well, you already told me that. I don't need a new shirt. I have white shirts. I unlike you, I've had like real jobs in my life, so I have like dress shirts.
Well, excuse me.
I mean, like a non-radio job.
I was a bartender / waiter for like 5 years.
Okay, that's fair.
Hold on. Oops. I'm looking to see when your tux is ready.
You have access to that?
Yeah. Hold on.
Michael says he'll be my personal driver so I can drink the whole time. That's very kind, Michael.
He's actually his wife's personal driver. I
am. Darnay could do the show. He doesn't want to do it. Darnay's going to be at the wedding.
Yeah, but he's not going. He's going Saturday. The wedding's Saturday, John.
Oh, he's not doing the rehearsal. Who's that? Who do I know at the rehearsal dinner?
You know.
Why are we doing this over the wrap-up show?
You don't know anybody at the rehearsal dinner.
Are you know not Aaron, one person?
You know Aaron, and then, like, yeah. Okay,
How many people are at this rehearsal dinner?
30.
Your mom is there. I know your mother.
My mom, my stepdad, my dad, my stepmom, her mom and dad, and then all the bridal party plus their like significant others. John, what
kind of food you have for the rehearsal dinner?
I got you like pasta or something.
Great. I like pasta.
You're supposed to pick up your tuxedo. The pickup date is May 22nd.
May 22nd?
Yeah.
Is that some kind of sick joke?
So wait.
That's spring cleaning day at iHeart.
You haven't got a text yet from them?
No, they forgot about me. I gave them $200 like peace. Okay. We'll continue this in a moment. JD Gasha, thank you, dude. He says 0 underdog picks for the Mountain West Baseball Tournament. Yeah, I don't think they have that. It is in San Diego. Yes, Mountain West Baseball Tournament, Jim's wedding, both in San Diego this weekend.
What do you think?
You know that?
What do you think is what do you think is a bigger event?
The Mountain West Baseball Tournament. I would hope. Andrew, thank you. Okay, so yeah, Jim, would you like to apologize to Fernando Tatis Jr., who's got the 26th best OPS in baseball? Oh no, in the National League. I mean,
no.
Again, that's solid, but again, he should be top. He should be top 10 in the National League in OPS.
Yeah, no,
top
I'm not
12.
No, I'm not apologizing. Sorry.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Thank you, Andrew.
Apologize. Apologize. I'm not apologizing.
Oh,
just like I'm not apologizing for my Schilt take on Wednesday.
I'll tell you, where the Manny Toddy Bogey haters are awfully quiet tonight.
Awfully quiet, John. Awfully
Even
quiet.
Though they were like 4 for 13 with like. Richard, thank you, man. He says just get Hacksaw and Fadden to co-host this week. I don't hate that,
dude. It's so Ben. I gotta call Ben out.
Bro. Yeah, what do you want to call Ben out? You were like raging on social media about this. What happened?
I wasn't raging. He posted the video of Kim hitting a home run, and he's like, see, never doubt Preller or something along those lines. And I was like, Ben, what? Kim's hitting 212 on the year, hitting 9th in the lineup. That's like his first home run in forever. Let's just calm down on like the.
It was already like 7-0. Like this.
Hold on, it was the definition of garbage time home run. Good that he got it, but I gotta look at this tweet. I was like, I responded. I was like, Ben, stop. What did he say?
Yeah, no, it was something like that. Was he kidding?
I hope he was. He goes.
Well, here's Preller, who's in the chat. He says he thought he was trolling.
He goes, Preller knew what he was doing the whole time after a Kim home run.
I think he might have been. It could.
He
be
might have been
kidding.
trolling. And if he's trolling, then that's good. But if he was serious, which I can't tell sometimes. So I'm like,
I mean, Ben's, he does an amazing job, but he's a fan, he says he's a fan.
That's what his whole thing is.
We try to cover it like with a level of like honesty, which he does as well. It's not I love Ben. I say right now, subscribe to his channel. Let me be clear here. I love Ben. We just do different things. Ben's channel and the way he produces content is different than John and Jim and the way we produce content. By the way, that's a good thing. Everyone should do what they do. We're authentic. He's authentic. He does his real shtick. We do our real shtick. When you're fake, no channels being mentioned, that's what, we don't need that. But that Ben's Ben, this is who he is.
Ben's not invited to the wedding, by the way.
How did you not invite Ben to the wedding?
Because he's not invited to the wedding. It was already a stretch inviting Darnay.
Who did you invite? Yeah, who do I know at the wedding? Darren, Marty.
Darren, Marty, Darnay, Brent, Scraby. Scrabinator, stand up.
Okay.
Aaron, you'll know.
I know Aaron.
You'll meet everybody at the rehearsal. Yeah. And I think that's it.
That's it? That's fine. I don't need to know more than 8 people.
Yeah. Bro, weddings are expensive, man.
Yeah, actually, this is a fair point.
Sorry.
Come on, man. Clean it up.
Sorry.
Show some respect. Put some respect on Hartman's name. You worked with him for 10 years.
I know. And now he's in LA. I invited more people. But they couldn't come. I invited more people from the station.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But they just, some people just couldn't come. Probably bailed, yeah.
Oh, I need to tell you something.
You're not coming?
Yeah, I have tickets to Padres Yankees.
Sweet level?
Dude, if Soto hits if this is some 1918 game and Soto hits 3 bombs and Manny hits 4 and Toddy gets plunked and then Bogarts throws punches and
Profar fights Soto for supremacy over who's the best left fielder in baseball.
Right. And then Arise has a 7-hit game.
I know it's going to happen.
I know there's going to be a perfect game, no hitter, 4 home run fight.
I know Friday night and Saturday night especially are going to just be epic games, and something crazy is going to happen. I just know it.
Do you think Fadden would have attended your wedding, considering Padres Yankees Saturday?
By the way, I am shocked. I'm saying this on the record here. I love her. I'm shocked Marty chose my wedding over Yankees Padres.
Well, I don't know if she did. Because she asked before you walked in the other day, she said, "What time is Jim's wedding start?"
That's a good point.
Because I think she's trying to double dip, which is go to pregame to get sound and make your wedding. But what time's the game on Saturday? 5:40? Is it 5:40 start?
Oh, yeah. So my wedding starts at 4. 5:40.
Do you leave so you can get sound at up until 3 maybe? But what are you going to be wearing, a wedding dress or something?
Usually for 5:40 starts, they do it's always 3 hours before a start time.
So that's 2:40-ish.
So she'll would probably talk at 2:30 for a 5:40.
You go there and get sound for 2:30 and then race to Oceanside not close.
She left. If she left by 3:30, she could make it. Oh no. Sorry, no.
3. And you're moving.
3
because
is
you gotta make sure you're in the venue and you got your hair and makeup.
Yeah.
Like me.
Well, you don't have to be there exactly at 4. Everything starts.
Oh, here we go. Now the wedding doesn't start at 4. What time's the wedding start? I'm supposed to be there at 1:45.
Right, because you're part of my group, bro.
I have a cutout. I'll bring in the what's it called? Flat Daddy, what Jones calls it. I'll bring in the freaking flat from the 2020.
We're not living back in 2028, okay? No, you got to be there at 1:45, 2:00, like latest. Sorry.
Okay. 2:00 at the latest?
Yeah, if you're a minute over late, then you're fired.
Exactly.
Like I won't show up.
This week is going to be freaking crazy.
It's going to be a lot, dude.
And I'm not even getting married. Lord. Guys, if you're looking to get healthier, which after this week I'm going to be, click the link in the description down below. Go to ora.organic. Amazing company, plant-based nutritional products. Their co-founder, Will, is a huge supporter of the channel. He is a San Diegan. They have offices right here at Liberty Station in San Diego. He's a lifelong Padres fan. They have amazing products. Probiotics. Been taking their probiotic for 2+ years. It's an amazing product for digestion. You need to take it. They have pre-workout supplements. They have proteins for after workouts. They have omega-3 oils. If you're taking a fish oil, take the omega-3. You get the same health benefits without the fish oil. They also have sleep pills and immunity pills and much more. So check them out at ora.organic. If you support our channel, please support our partners, including Aura. Click that link in the description down below. An amazing company that will help you and your family get healthier. So click that link in the description down below.
Yeah, go to Aura right now, www.ora.organic. They have the cleanest, I know, yeah. They have it's all plant-based organic protein and supplements. If you want to live that healthy lifestyle, if you don't know where to go to pick up some good supplements, Aura is the place for you, www.ora.organic. Pick up some supplements today. Yeah, you'd be kicked out. Not because I don't like you, Eddie, just because like they would be like, what's happening right now?
This is Crash the Wedding with a giant monitor. Like roll up with like a 200-inch television.
Dude.
Well, here's the problem. Very often when I attend weddings, and Kristen will get mad at me, like if there's like a big college football game on, I put it on YouTube TV, and Kristen will get mad. So what are the rules on protocol during the wedding in terms of like checking scores of games?
I don't care.
Will you have your phone on you during the wedding?
No, I will not have my phone on me. I mean, I might have it on later in the night, but like when we do basically the ceremony, no phone, first dances and everything, no phone. I might get the phone like later when we start dancing and stuff, but like I will not have my phone on me, which is going to be weird, but I won't have it on me. Yeah.
I see.
So when I see all you guys at your table crowded around one phone watching the Yankees Padres game, I'll know what's up.
When it's dueling perfect games in the ninth, and you're like,
right.
It's time for the wedding
time for the cake, and you're like, shut the fuck up, Soto's about to hit, dude. Or like, shut up, Toddy's about to hit a walk-off home run, dude. There is no doubt in my mind, either Friday night or Saturday night, there's a Padre walk-off, like no doubt. And then I know everybody's gonna be like, do a wrap-up show,
Yes,
from the wedding, do it from the wedding.
Tag Jim and say you have to do a wrap-up show tonight.
Yeah, if you want me to do a wrap-up show from the wedding, then you will also be witnessing the fastest divorce in the history of marriages.
There's probably been divorces like
true,
before the wedding, truthfully.
True.
But we don't need that. We definitely don't need that. All right, dude. Well, here's the thing. We'll be back tomorrow night recapping 2 games.
2
games. And join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. because the Padres play game 2 at 3:20.
Right. So,
we can be a second screen though. Like, so you can listen to us, you can watch us on YouTube, you can listen on the free iHeartRadio app, you can watch the game, you can listen to us. So join us tomorrow, 3:00 San Diego Sports 760, John and Jim, and then tomorrow night. You better do a wrap up. Yeah, come on, man.
Look, it is a Saturday, and we don't do.
If it paid for the wedding, how much does the wedding cost? I mean, it's a lot, right? It's a
I'm not saying
right.
that.
No, but it costs a lot of money, right? Because it's a wedding. It's not free.
It's a good amount, yes.
So, what if the wrap-up show viewers make up for the cost of the wedding that night?
Then yeah, we're doing it.
They offset the cost of the wedding.
Oh, 100%. And if I told Erin that, she'd be like, "Can I do it right now? I don't care."
I agree. That'd be smart.
That's not going to happen, unfortunately. We're not doing a honeymoon immediately after. because here's the thing is like one of Aaron's best friends who's in the wedding is getting married in August, or what is it? I think August, end of August, and she's getting married in Italy. What happened? And so we have to go to Italy for the wedding. So we're basically using that as like our honeymoon, and we're going to Switzerland beforehand.
Oh, sounds tough. Don't worry, I'll just cover the Padres Diamondback series that week. No worries.
I'm in severe credit card debt.
Dude, you are going to be in debt for a long time.
It's not only the wedding, it's my stupid kidney stone that killed me.
Yeah, but that's your own fault.
I know.
Because you went to the hospital. You should have just like sucked it up.
I know. What's happening right now?
Why? What is happening?
Why are you laughing?
You can't hear me?
What did you put in the chat?
I didn't put anything in the chat.
Okay.
What I was going to say is, first of all, we need some subscribers on this channel. We've got like
she is getting married at Lake Como. Camille's getting married at Lake Como.
Isn't that where like George Clooney lives?
That's where Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce just were the other day.
Oh, perfect. What do you guys all have in common? Nothing.
Nothing. I'm broke. They're rich and famous.
Gosh.
Trust me. I don't know how this is. I don't know.
Join us tomorrow. We'll have more on Jim's wedding. It's his final week before he's a married man, which is so. No, I unblocked him. He gave me the whatever. What would it like the sympathy play?
Here's the thing: if John kept me blocked every single day, I'd be like, "Are you gonna unblock me yet?" And it'd be more annoying to have me blocked than to block me.
Correct. I unblocked him. I had him blocked for about 90 minutes. It was enjoyable. and then
it was like, I'm free.
It was great. You're like, you didn't even see what I tweeted. I'm like, yeah, that's the point, dude.
Asshole.
All right. So join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. and then join us tomorrow night in the wrap-up show. We need to get to 6,300 subscribers. So please subscribe. We need you guys. So please subscribe if you're here. Smash that like button for us. We'd love to get to 300 plus likes tonight. Padres big win over Atlanta. By the way, Darvish has 200 wins. I know we mentioned off the top. He's pitching, dude. Incredible. His sequencing tonight was so filthy. This guy's throwing like a 73 mile per hour breaking pitch and then a 94 mile an hour fastball, 76 mile an hour pitch. His sequencing is so good. I mean, he was untouched. His stuff was filthy.
It's tonight. Been filthy.
I know, but this was filthy. Atlanta, 7 innings.
More filthy than the Dodgers start?
Maybe not. His stuff, you're right. I mean, he throws so many pitches for strikes. I mean, his breaking pitches, his spin is so ridiculous. He looked really good. Let's hope. I mean, 25 consecutive scoreless innings, Jim, is crazy. He's the first Padre ever to have 4 consecutive scoreless outings. Or 4 consecutive scoreless starts, I think.
Very good, John.
Yeah. Anyway, I jinxed him for the next start.
Okay, good job.
All right. Subscribe, smash the like button, follow us on X. Appreciate the super thanks if you're here on replay. Thank you to our partners. Mark and Emmett's our title sponsor. If you have an insurance need, click the link in the description down below. FinLe, we've been telling you about our brand new partner on the wrap-up show. For more information, click that link in the description down below. You want to get healthier, Aura, and scan that QR code if you want to play Underdog Fantasy with us. Get that 50% deposit match plus a free special pick. Use promo code PADSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. on John and Jim. Tomorrow night on the wrap-up show. For non-married Jim, I'm John.